Hello, in this video I want to show you a few tricks and tips you can use to improve the quality of your photos or how you use the camera on ZTE Blade A71. So the first one, when you open the camera, there's a bunch of options. You can use the panorama, refocus, portrait, capture, video, Pro or more. In more you can find more icons like a burst, interval, time-lapse, filter, QR code or night. I won't show you all of the options right here, but I would recommend to experiment with them and use the appropriate mode for a proper photo. So for example, if you're making a selfie, I would use a portrait. Now that's the first one. Let's go for the capture, as that's the main mode for your camera. And here go to your settings. First thing is to make sure that you're using a super fine quality for your pictures. It may increase the size of the photo and how much the space on your disk it occupies, but it will improve the quality of the image. Next thing in the settings I would make sure to change is a volume key function. So here you can use the shutter, change normal volume, or zoom in with your volume keys. And here I would either use a shutter or zoom, depends which one you like, it's a personal thing. So you can zoom in with the volume button, that's very handy, and you don't need to, scroll through your phone, pinch your screen. I would disable camera sound, and that is just annoying for me. I don't like it. You can save or not save location, so it will be visible on your photos in the properties where you took the photo. There's a picture size, and here you can change between different sizes of your photo, aspect ratio, as well as what camera lens is used. And here I'm using 4x3 and 16 megapixels. That's a best quality. So these two settings need to be set as this to get actual good quality. And that's basically all of the settings. You can go for tricks here. You can enable smile shutter, and that way if the phone detects the smile, it should make the photo. There's a composition line which you can close, make a grid, golden section, reticle or box, and that helps you make the stable photos. You can add the countdown to your photos to make the camera stable in some cases, and chance low light photos automatically, and use the AI scene recognition or change the anti-banding. I would go for 60 Hz and not auto or 50. So that's all of the settings. Now we can go for the capture. And now to make, depends on what photo you're making, I would make sure to use and have a good light on it. And in this case the light is not best, but I can't get it better as the lights right here are focused on other thing. But that way we'll get a best result, I think, about the light. So click on the shutter, and as you can see, we just made a photo. Now let's check the zoom function, which we changed on our volume key. It works fine. Also, before taking a photo, I would recommend using HDR and, for example, enabling flash if the scene is too dark. So flash didn't went on. I think we need to, now it will, but the flash sometimes destroys your photo, and I wouldn't use it always. Just experiment with it. Now let's move to the Pro mode, and here we have a lot of functions which may improve how you take a photo. So let's actually try to restart them. Maybe there's restart to default, as I already experimented with it. So now we have default Pro mode, and in this option we can change the evolution of the photo. So it will change the brightness and add or remove it. Here, depending on which photo you're taking, let's say we'll make a photo of a stable thing, so our phone won't move when and we can't move it an inch to get this quality. So I'm usually going for the maximum EV on the back, so don't use any enhancement. Here in the shutter speed I would go for a maximum one, which is 1.5 seconds, and this will change how long the photo will take the lens to catch the light. And actually, let's experiment with it a bit. I won't use the maximum one, but I think I will go for this one, 130, because I think this will give us the best result. There's also autofocus or manual focus. I will use autofocus. ISO, which again I would go for a less, or actually let's stay with auto in this case. There's also WB, which you can add a filter to your phone camera and change the contrast or saturation, but we won't make it. Now to make a photo, let's go for a settings here in the Pro mode so we can get the countdown. As if you're using a shutter speed, I would strongly recommend to do it with a countdown. Now place your phone so that it's stable and make sure not to move it when the photo is being taken. And now let's press on the shutter. It will count down to 3 seconds and make a photo. Depending on the shutter speed, it will take a different time for the photo, but here we have it. And I think it's much more detailed than just a normal capture photo. And that's it for this video. Hope you like it. Please consider subscribing to our channel, leave a like and a comment below.